Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Disney Morning Show starring Kyle Burbank. And this episode also with Doobie Mosley. I'm
Woo.
co-founder of Laughing Plays. Kyle is the managing
That was a
editor.
woo, not a boo. I know it sounded.
It sounded like a boo to me.
It was a woo.
You're a little low. I don't know if you can boost yourself.
Apparently, by leaning over and touching my mouse to check my levels. No, I don't know why I'd be
Well,
low. I could move this closer to my.
that helped, but and then it went away. So instead of hotkeys, we have like motion interpretation. Just go like that. Go ahead and play it.
Fall. This is starting off hotter than your quiz yesterday.
That was quite a show yesterday. um, 96.38. That's the Disney stock price today. I didn't write down yesterday, so I don't know how much it's up or down, but I know it's up 25 cents on the day. Wow, and 0.25%. That must mean the price is right around 100. I can do math. All right, what's next?
Here's Ethan.
Good morning and welcome to another LP Disney weather report. Though I've tried before to tell her of the feelings I have for her in my heart, every time that I come near her, I just lose my nerve as I've done from the start. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will start the day with overcast skies, but will be sunnier this afternoon with a high of 72. At Walt Disney World, it will be 84 today with a few clouds appearing after lunch. Castaway Cay is windy once again today with temps staying right at 80. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will also be windy and will hit a high of 82 degrees today. Disneyland Paris is cool again tonight with temps in the 50s. Tokyo will be overcast for much of the day tomorrow, but there's nearly no chance of rain. Their high will top out just shy of 70. Shanghai will be wet tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms possible for most of the day. This will keep their high to just 71. Lastly, Hong Kong will be sunny tomorrow, with highs in the mid-80s. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you, Ethan, for that frigid weather report. I miss summer already. What you got, Kyle, to start us off on what's happening?
Well, we got some big Marvel news this morning as they released a new sizzle reel for some of the stuff that's coming to Disney Plus at the end of this year and mostly next year. But to start off, Deadpool and Wolverine will be coming to Disney Plus, if you can believe it. November 12th, it'll be there. And as part of this, there's a few restrooms around the country that will be getting Deadpool and Wolverine makeovers. It's kind of funny. Tony and I debated whether or not we could use the new. There is breaking news, a new poster, but I didn't know if it would be appropriate. I didn't know how Doobie felt about it, so that's why it's not on the list. But
Probably safe.
yeah. The other big news out of this is What If Season 3 will be released starting December 22nd. They're going to be doing daily drops like they did last year for Season 2. And so that's pretty interesting. And also, on that note, we got some news out of Lightbox Expo that we talked about. Alex was at last week, I think it was. There, as one of the episodes of this season, there's going to be a musical episode inspired by 1930s screwball comedies, and it'll have extensive dance sequences. So we don't know which day that episode will fall, but episode daily drops start December 22nd. On Disney Plus. And then, so this is another, I'll talk about this as part of the 2025 slate. This is the first time they've confirmed Wonder Man. We've heard about this coming out, from the trades and stuff, but this is the first confirmation of it. So I have some release dates for you for 2025. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is an animated series, coming January 29th. The Long on the Shelf Ironheart series, June 24th. That's live action. Eyes of Wakanda is another animated series, August 6th. Marvel's Zombies appropriately come out next October, and then Wonder Man will be in December. So lots of stuff for Marvel fans, including stuff we've been waiting for a long time. Oh, and I skipped over Daredevil will be in March, but we already knew that, so that's why I didn't mention that. But there's some first footage from it in this sizzle reel that you can find on Laughing Place.
I thought it was funny that through all of that, with that video just playing in the background, you just happened to say Eyes of Wakanda on August 6th as that appeared on the screen. Just
Wasn't even looking.
synced out perfectly. Someone is asking, can we send a link to the poster? I presume that poster is on our website, Kyle.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's in the Deadpool and Wolverine post.
Unique marketing push reveals. It's not so bad.
I didn't have him make it. I told him he could include in the article. I just didn't want to make it the featured and have it front and center on the site.
So what? Just all the decals in the bathroom?
Oh, that one's fine. But no, there's an actual there was a poster. That one might not be. Here, I'll send you a link. Hold on.
Okay. Make the call on the fly.
It's funny that you say on the fly.
Uh-oh. This is not good.
Private chat or
Private chat's fine. Private chat's
Okay.
fine. Oh,
We'll
it's
see
on
if we have
Disney's
breaking
official
news or not.
Twitter. How bad could it be?
Yeah.
Sure. Breaking. This just in. All right, moving on. I like the way that Disney always brings out the yeah. Anyway, Lightning Lane Premier Pass has made its Lightning Lane Premier Pass debut at Walt Disney World. I guess I missed Disneyland. That was last week. I was out of town.
Yeah. It made such an impact. Everybody is talking about it.
But so Disney World's come out, so we've gotten prices for this first couple of days, which are Magic Kingdom is $329, Epcot $169, Hollywood Studios $269, and Animal Kingdom $129. You can kind of make those out there. Again, this is the Premier Pass, which gives you instant Lightning Lane to all Lightning Lane attractions one time per day, not multiple, kind of similar to Universal's Express Pass, the version that only lets you do everything once. That is on the low end. We do see prices for November 16th, which is much more of a holiday period, going up to $399 for Magic Kingdom, $229 for Epcot, $309 for Hollywood Studios, and $159 for Animal Kingdom. So
one thing I thought was interesting when I was looking at these prices for myself, on November 4th, which is a Monday, Magic Kingdom was still priced at the high that we've seen at $399. So I'm like, what's happening that day? The parties haven't started yet, and even then, that would mean that there'd be a shorter day.
Right.
So I don't. There's must be in demand. I'm sure that they're looking at reservations or tickets purchased and matching that up, because they're only opening these in small increments, because people can purchase it for 7 days ahead beforehand, but for a 2-week span. So that's what's going on.
I wonder, we have a way to see if they've sold out yet?
You can go. So even though this is only available to purchase for guests at the deluxe resorts and DVC resorts, if you go into the Walt Disney World app, anyone can click purchase and view the prices. I just assume it won't let you actually complete the purchase, but that's how we're able to get these prices, is they are public in the app.
So Tony, I don't know if you have a chance, if you're working, if you're not busy, but would love to know if we can tell if today's very late in the day, but just curious if today's are still available, if tomorrow's still available, or if anything shows as being sold out. All right, Moana 2 all day, every day until this dang movie comes out. What do we got today, Kyle?
Well, it has the very impressive distinction. Check out this record here. It has the record for the 2024 most tickets pre-sales on the first day for an animated feature. Wow. I will say it's slightly more impressive when you remember that Inside Out 2, which set all sorts of records, did also come out this summer. So I guess it beat that in terms of one-day sales. But come on.
But still. And so that is impressive. Fine, let's give it to them. It's only the fourth overall. Have you read the article? Can you guess what the other three are, Kyle?
So I do know, because I had to do some editorial work leading up to this once I read this story.
So yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine, Wicked, and Dune Part 2 are the top three so far.
I would not have gotten Dune. I completely forgot that came out this year.
So that's already come out? It's come and gone? No one cared?
Pretty sure it came.
Wicked hasn't come out yet, right?
Wicked comes out a couple weeks, which Becca's very excited for. I don't remember if she actually bought her ticket, but she was looking at it.
We need to remember to put box office predictions as a part of our show for movies. But just right now, do you think Moana 2 will surpass Inside Out 2?
I think it has the capacity to, yes.
Yeah, I think it has a good chance. Moana is probably, I think, the most beloved, relatively recent movie, even more than Frozen. Moana's.
The thing that makes it a little bit harder though is that it'll probably start hotter because it has that like holiday weekend, but then it'll probably it might pick up again closer to the holidays when kids have off from school. But the thing about releasing animated movies in the summer is that you have a lot more days to do better numbers, whereas when kids are in school, you can only go on weekends and stuff like that.
It's also got less competition, though. The bad movies the summer has something big coming out almost every weekend.
Yeah, but the counter programming also helps that if there's big movies that aren't appropriate for kids, then you
go see this. Go see this. You're saying the kids aren't going to see Deadpool and Wolverine?
I don't think so. At least,
No, my kid's not. For that matter, I'm not. All right, we'll make some predictions on that, assuming we're still doing a show closer to November 27th. We'll give you some hard numbers you can bank on for the release of Moana 2. And Wicked. Are you looking forward to Wicked?
Becca is. I don't know if I'm going to go yet or not. I've seen the show. I like some of the songs. It's not a favorite. And I'm fine with musical theater. I'm not a hater, but it's not a favorite.
Kyle's not a hater.
And I'm also curious how they're going to stretch out this, 2.5 hour play into 2 movies, and the first one's like 2.5 hours.
Tony says, I'm not seeing a Lightning Link Premiere option on the app for today.
Okay, well, I'll take a look because I found it earlier, but that doesn't... did you search Premiere?
Kyle will take a look. In the meantime, I will do this story, even though it's kind of Marvel related. I should have assigned it to Kyle. And that is that the Star Wars Spider-Man.
You've probably seen this, unlike me.
The Spider-Man stuntronic performances at Avengers Campus are being increased. They are adding additional performances starting November 17th here. You know what the stuntronics is. I queued up the cool part for you. It's a 5-minute show, but that's what you want to see. Spider-Man flying through the air. They said their additional performances start November 17th based on guest feedback, I guess. I've gone to see this show, and it gets pretty busy over there, so I can believe guest feedback says we want more. There had been some reports saying they were actually going to be closing it due to budget cuts, but that turned out not to be true, thankfully.
Well, they're not mutually exclusive. They can have more shows and then close it. But you are correct in the meantime. It does not note anything being sold out as of yet. I'm looking now to make sure it's still the same prices. I would imagine that it is. I don't think they're going to be changing prices in the middle of the day.
News. Tony found it.
Good to know. But yeah, looks like it is still available. At least I would hope, because it would really be annoying if you tried to purchase and it was like, oh, we just realized we don't have it anymore.
All right, and the story that actually broke right at the end of our show yesterday, and we couldn't decipher it in time. So now Kyle's had plenty of time.
Yeah, so up until now, if you were... Okay, so backstory. Fantasy Springs is a new port of call at Tokyo Disney Sea. And they've had restrictions on entry. So you could, join like a virtual queue sort of a system or buy a pass. But there's also a package where if you bought a certain vacation package or stayed at a property hotel, you could buy a 1-day passport that included Fantasy Springs Magic. And so that they've announced is going to be going away early next year. March 31st will be the last available day for that. So this has led to speculation that maybe they're going to be removing those restrictions.
Who could that be?
I think that's my Disney Insiders poster, the last purchase I made with my leftover points that I could scrap together. So maybe I can go grab that at some point and do an on-air reveal of the last Disney Movie Rewards gift I'll ever get. But yeah, so we don't know about the future of Fantasy Springs entry, but hopefully if you're heading there next year, it'll be a little bit easier, or at least more what we're used to, just being able to walk over there.
What a novel idea.
What?
That was the last story of the segment.
Oh, yeah. Well. do.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal. Speaking
of abysmal, Marshall, dude, I need to... need to write down who's doing these reviews. Yes, this is Marshall Knight, who is reviewing National Geographic's Endurance, which tells an engaging tale of perseverance alongside a bit of a slog. A pair of expeditions surrounding the early 20th century ship Endurance brings forth a remarkable spirit of exploration. I don't know why Marshall became our official Net Geo reviewer, since he likes nothing they put out. But here is the ChatGPT summation.
I can tell you how he became our reviewer, and that is because we have a sheet that Benji, I won't get into it, but he places some of the screeners we have available, and Marshall tends to work shifts where it's slow and I need him to do something. So since most of the screeners are Nat Geo and he's available, that's how it happens.
All right, well, lucky Nat Geo. Here is the ChatGPT summation of Endurance. The Nat Geo Endurance documentary provides an engaging look at Shackleton's harrowing Antarctic expedition alongside a modern-day exploration to find the sunken ship. While the historical footage is riveting, the modern-day exploration lacks comparable tension, and the AI-generated narration, seriously? That's me adding the seriously. Feels impersonal, detracting from the story's emotional depth. Overall, it combines a powerful story of resilience with some stylistic choices that may not fully resonate with reviewers. With viewers. Who cares about reviewers?
The AI.
With viewers. So I am going to, I want to do this. Based on this review, what would you give this out of 10?
I was going to say we should do a new bit where you have it write the summary and then you ask, are you sure? And see what it says.
So based on this review, ChatGPT says Marshall gives it a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So there you go. Marshall didn't give it that.
No, but that's interesting. I mean, especially if we're going to be working on that shortcode idea.
Okay, so I am definitely going to start making that a part of this. So our next up, we have a review just in time for Halloween of The Simpsons parodies Pacific Rim, Winchester, and Venom in Treehouse of Horror 35. I can read that one.
Nice work.
Let's see. This, strangely enough, comes out November 3rd on Fox after Halloween, and then hits Hulu November 4th.
Stupid baseball.
This one is by Mike Celestino, and this is his review summarized by our friend Chatty. The Simpsons episode Treehouse of Horror 35 parodies Pacific Rim, Winchester, and Venom in 3 unique segments. What's so funny? Delivering
so far, it's recapping the headline. Good job.
Political satire, eerie themes, and inventive animation. Highlights include Bart and Lisa uniting to battle monstrous political symbols, a haunted mansion storyline inspired by Mr. Burns, and Homer's symbiotic genes in a stop-motion skit. The annual Halloween special showcases the series' continued creativity and humor despite its post-Halloween release date. And
I do want to note that that was a lowercase haunted mansion.
Oh, that's
at least in ChatGPT's recap.
You're right. You're right. That's very important. And Mike gives this, according to ChatGPT, an 8 out of 10.
All right.
And the rest.
Oh, man. ChatGPT truly is it's nice to know that even if all my actual friends leave me, and it's begun already, I will always have a friend in Chatty. Apparently, 911, which is an ABC show, despite the fact one of its spinoffs is currently airing on Fox, is considering another spinoff in Hawaii, which I think is a fantastic idea. Now that I've been there, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Maybe they could change up the numbers. So instead of 911, it could be like 50.
That's pretty funny. It has not been greenlit, but according to, I think this was Deadline, it has been picking up momentum. With the biggest impediment would be high cost. It is very expensive to film stuff in Hawaii, apparently. And another town that I've also become fond of lately, Las Vegas, is also being talked about as a potential spin-off target. But guaranteed they will spin it off somewhere. What's next, Kyle?
So Disney Dreamlight Valley is a video game, and they've announced a brand new paid expansion that you'll be able to purchase. It's there's going to be 2 versions. There's $29.99 for, I should mention the name. It is called Storybook Vale. I think it's Vale, right?
I'd say Vale.
Yeah. And this is the second paid expansion after A Rift in Time was last year. This will be released on November 20th. It'll cost $29.99 for the standard edition or $49.99 for the magical edition. That includes some extras. And it's actually going to be in 2 parts. So the first part will be released on November 20th. The next part will come out in summer 2025, but that's included with this payment. So if I were you, I would just count on getting the one side or having the other one get delayed, but they're supposed to be 2 parts. But if you don't feel like paying, there is also a free update entitled So Delightful, SEW. That is going to be coming out December 4th and will star Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, hence the so part of it.
Kyle, we've got breaking news. This breaking news speaks for itself. This is exciting stuff. It's not speaking very clearly. Starting May of next year, there will be nonstop service 4 times a week, year-round, between Orlando's MCO Airport and Paris's Charles de Gaulle Airport. If you want to do both parks in one day, it just became a little bit easier.
Yeah, pretty cool. Hopefully it's one of the planes with a camera so that Doobie can look out the nose.
That was so cool. I watched this land. Let's see. Universal Orlando has announced their holidays are coming back starting November 22nd, running through December 31st. We're going to get returning favorites like Grinchmas, Christmas in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and the Holiday Parade. New this year, which is kind of fun, the Holiday Nutcracker Hunt, a scavenger hunt spanning Universal Studios Florida. That would be fun. A scavenger hunt spanning the Studios Park, Island of Adventure, and City Walk, all in one scavenger hunt. I think that's pretty fun. I love the holidays at Universal, so very happy they are returning. Christmas is cool. And finally, the Disney Treasure. They continue the maritime tradition of, of going into service.
Of going to your port.
Not just being built to sit there. Yesterday, it embarked on its transatlantic journey from the Netherlands to Port Canaveral, a 4,500-mile, 2-week journey. And it will have its first ever port of call in the beautiful city of Funchal, Portugal, where we'll make a brief stop before heading back out to sea. We'll eventually end up at Port Canaveral and have its maiden voyage on December 21st.
Seems like they are better timed out than the last ship, which ended up being delayed.
Yeah, the Wish had some issues.
Yeah, Wishes, as we call them.
So this is a segment where we just make sure you're aware of some different things going on around LP. We've got another in-depth article. I mean, I realize not everyone wants to sit around and read an article for a half hour, but if you want to get in-depth on Wizards Beyond Waverly Place or many other things that Alex writes about, he's got you covered. Alex has a lot of this stuff for us. So here's another in-depth story. This one, behind the scenes of the Russo's family spellbinding return. If you're looking forward to Wizards Beyond Waverly Place and want to get even hyped, go check this out. High Potential, we've got a recap. Who does those? That feels like a Marshall thing. Am I right about that?
I don't think so. I think
it's Alex. Yeah. It's Alex. Alex is busy recapping the best new drama of the season, High Potential. This one is Morgan fills in the blanks of a woman's blackout and hangover. Rebecca and I just watched this one last night. Not my favorite episode. It had a little too much feel good in it, but
Doobie likes to feel bad.
I don't like feel good stuff. Yesterday, in the midst of a meeting, Mr. CEO, and this was I think a meeting on the real job, not just LP. Says, hold on. We just posted the best dressed doggies of Fort Wilderness as they do their thing as they do every year. So he put me on hold so he could scroll through this article and see all the cute doggies.
Whenever I see a puppy parade, I think of the episode of Community where at the end there's the dogs and cats together. And it's like, oh, too preachy. Boo. Boo.
I've seen that whole thing. I have no memory of this.
It's the episode. It's the bottle episode where they're trying to find the pen and they're missing the puppy parade as a result.
I remember the pen part.
Yeah.
Maybe I hit next episode too fast.
Could be. Is that
We're watching. No, there's one more.
Okay.
There's one more. Sorry. Jeremiah Good on Monday was at Typhoon Lagoon, and he has a video up talking about Oceans of Hope, where cast members are able to take adaptive surf lessons. So cast members with disabilities have a chance to surf Typhoon Lagoon. Pretty cool event they've got going on there. So he's got an interview with the Disney World ambassadors, as well as a guy whose name I did not write down,
You got
unfortunately.
to meet the Disney World ambassadors?
I know, rare. So you can go check that out. That's a cool event. This is a cast member thing. It's not a guest thing, but the cast member with disabilities get adaptive surf lessons for Typhoon Lagoon. So one of them.
Now you know why he wasn't on Parks Talk the other day.
I do. So yeah, we cover a lot around LP. So
That's why we feature it in this segment called
around LP. It's so easy to. I mean, if you saw our, someday we're going to have like the primo Patreon or membership where you have to sign an NDA, and then we'll let you in on the behind the scenes of how things work here. I mean, it's complicated. That is Totally Doobie. I have to find that clip. What's Totally Doobie now? Yes, we secondhand know one of those CMs. I forgot one. Sorry about that. Tony Betty has an article only Tony can write. I love that this kind of stuff gets done on LP. Would the magic of Disney Animation Studio Tour work today? Tony found himself on Monday, I believe, just taking his afternoon walk at Hollywood Studios, and he walked over to what used to be the animation studio. It's now just called Star Wars Launch Bay. And he was reminiscing. It happened to be International Animation Day. He was reminiscing about what it used to be like there, where you could walk through and see them actually working on films and see animators. And then he started thinking, could that work today, given social media and everything? And it's actually a pretty long, in-depth article. A lot of it is just Tony's love letter to the animation attraction. So make Tony happy. Check that out. Drop him a line or something. Say, Tony, I really appreciated that. I'm glad you did that. That really brought me back. That would be nice. Okay. On this day in Disney history, as Kyle shows off his Disney knowledge prowess, a movie came out, 1963.
Okay, cool.
I will give you a hint even before I read the description. It has been remade.
Okay.
The live-action film, based on Sheila Burnford's book of the same name, tells the story of a cat named Tao and two dogs named Bodger and Louis, who lose their owners when they are all on vacation.
Okay, so the original is not called Homeward Bound. It's Incredible Journey.
I would have accepted Homeward Bound, but wow, that is impressive. I forgot.
Well, I think the remake is called like Homeward Bound Incredible Journey, as if it's like it's got like a subtitle, I think.
Yeah, you're right in every way.
And then they made Lost in San Francisco.
I fully expected this to be one where you're like, oh, Rebecca sent me a clip of the doggy parade from Community. Thank you, Rebecca. I totally expected this one to be one like, oh, I've never heard of that. And you surprised me. All right. In 1989, film debuted at Epcot. Martin Short tells the story about how we are born.
Oh, Canada. Oh, no, how we were born? Oh.
What version of Oh Canada have you been watching? By explaining how his parents met during the course of their lives at a high school dance, getting married, on their honeymoon, and having their first child.
So is that the making of me?
This is the making of me, 1989 at Epcot, which I have never seen.
I now have a bunch of Oh Canada jokes, but that's okay.
Okay. This would have been a good day to use one of those pocket picks I got. Let me see. Here, play the music. I think I got one.
Okay. Yeah, making me would have not. Or sorry, Oh Canada doesn't make sense because if it came out in 1989, he could not have referenced Soren. That would have come a little later.
Yeah, much. All right, you know what? I got no pocket pick. We're good. All right.
Oh, so can I take it back? Can I play it in reverse?
In reverse. Let's undo this. Rewind life. Anything else to drop, or do we have a solid half?
Oh, it is
hour
exactly
show
10
today?
o'clock. So let me
Yeah.
check the Disney Parks blog. And then after we hang up, I will tell you what Tony wanted to use for the subhead for his Deadpool article.
Wow. So this is an interesting. You know what? I've got a pocket pick.
Okay, well, we already played the thing, so we are
There we
ready to
go.
go.
So this comes from Disney Food Blog, one of the top sources here. And I will play the quick video, but it's the text that's actually more important. And this says that just like that, we've ridden everything in Disney's Hollywood studios using Lightning Lane Premiere Pass. Our longest wait was Toy Story Mania at 8.5 minutes. Not too shabby. That it? Nothing found?
Didn't find anything, but I'm looking to see. So everything at Hollywood Studios in how many hours?
They posted that 11 minutes ago. So, basically 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock there. Probably opened at, I don't know, they opened at 9 or 10 this morning.
I don't know.
So 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours. Paid $269 for that.
Let's see.
I think that's halfway to the lowest annual pass that you could get at Walt Disney World.
Park opened at 9 today, and it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Lightning Lane attractions at Hollywood Studios.
So $26 per attraction, including the lesser ones.
And all done in 10. What do you figure out if it opened at 9 in less than 4 hours, just under 4 hours? I mean, that's not bad. At least you're getting what you paid for. That's not bad. And you still got the rest of the day to, chill, eat, have a nice leisurely meal, see Fantasmic if you want to tonight, assuming it's going.
No, it's not. It's 1 per. So they are done.
Yeah, they are done. They are done. Don't worry, Tony. I'm sure at some point in the future we're going to get the announcement. Now we have the Lightning Lane Premier Plus Pass, where you can ride attractions as much as you want to.
And you also can't park hop. It won't let you purchase more than 1 park per day. So
It won't even let you purchase more than one?
It didn't look like it, no.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, you might be able to purchase multi or single for other things, but as far as buying Premier Pass, you can only buy 1 park per day.
Which is different from Disneyland Resort, where it is you buy it for both parks.
Yeah.
You do not buy individual parks.
So if you don't have a park hopper at Disneyland Resort, you're kind of losing money if you purchase Premier Pass for it.
But it still may be worth it to you. Okay. Thanks for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be making our football picks as we head into the football weekend. Football weekend starts tomorrow. And we'll also be telling you whatever other Moana marketing is going on tomorrow. And anything else. I don't think we have anything else scheduled for today on LP, do we? Walk and talk or anything?
I don't think so, but let's just say no.
All right. We do have a staff meeting at 12, so if you're an LPer out there, staff meeting, 12 p.m. Pacific.
We'll tell you all about it in the Discord if you're a member.
Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye.